Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Chris, and I'm your dad next door. Thanks for checking out my video here today. For those of you that have been following the channel, you might notice that this is a microphone on my stand here today for this review that I've already done one before. But in my previous review, I pitted it up against this Mayano A04 microphone in USB format, and that was with the intention of doing a condenser versus a dynamic microphone. But today we are going to be doing just a review of this microphone using XLR format. As discussed in my previous video, this microphone is both USB and XLR, so I wanted to give it its fair shot using XLR versus the USB setup and just give an overall review of it, let you guys make your decisions about it and see if it's a microphone you might be interested in the future. Let's get ready to go ahead and do that. Just a features review of the microphone, and then we'll do some audio tests and some different things and let you guys make your unbiased opinions about how you think it sounds. Packaging wise, this mic comes in very simple box here. Included with it, you have a XLR cable, your USB cable if you're using it in that format, tripod with an extension stand if you want to be using it in any kind of shape or form. It does come with an additional windscreen as well, and also the microphone itself. Pretty simple packaging, nothing too out of the ordinary. The one thing that I do wish that it came with was a shock mount of some kind, but typically if you're buying just the microphone, you're not going to get that. You're going to have to buy a shock mount independently. Reviewing the microphone itself, it does come in an all-metal housing. It feels quite sturdy. It feels quite heavy. It does have a built-in windscreen and a rubber band around the housing that keeps the windscreen from sliding around once you insert it. On the bottom, you'll find the USB port, the XLR port, and a 3.5mm for live monitoring or USB sound out. You also have your volume controls if you're using the USB settings on the bottom of the microphone. There's an on and off toggle switch just above that works with both USB and XLR modes, and then you have a power and clipping light if you're using the USB settings. This is a top address microphone with a cardioid polar pattern, meaning you will be speaking directly into basically the front or top of the microphone versus a condenser like our Mayano. Typically, you'll speak into what is a front address, so you'd be speaking more into the front of it. So this will taper off very quickly as you go from side to side with this microphone, and we're going to do that example right now, just doing mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, check, check. Mic check, test. As we go around the microphone, you'll notice that any time you do not point your vocals directly towards the center of towards the center of the top of the microphone, you'll taper off very quickly. If I just turn my head sideways and talk this way, it does not pick up the sound nearly as much. And that's one con and pro of these dynamic style microphones. They don't pick up as much room ambiance. They don't pick up as much additional noise because they require sound to activate them. Whereas a condenser microphone doesn't fluctuate nearly as much, but you pick up a lot of additional sound from the room reverb and things like that. Now we're just going to do a quick range test, and as we just saw, you're probably going to see some tapering off here, but I'm going to point this microphone as best I can kind of towards me at a distance, and we will walk backwards and just see how the volume changes. I am not changing the volume of my voice. I'm just walking backwards, kind of talking at the same levels, and you can tell a quick difference. Even if I raise my voice and I'm starting to yell or get kind of loud, it doesn't quite pick it up as well. This is just a standard thing for these types of microphones. They just don't have the additional ability to pick up long distance sounds in a good sounding way. It'll automatically become tinny. It'll automatically sound really hollow. And of course, as soon as I return, you get that warm, mellow kind of tone to it. This is going to be an issue with any microphone you get, for the most part, besides your big shotgun microphones or things like that. You just want to get, as close to the microphone as you can most times when you're talking to them. That way you can get the best sound that you can out of them. The last test that I'm going to do here today is just a quick plosives test. Now, I did say that this does have a built-in windscreen inside of it, and it does come with a foam windscreen that can go on top of the microphone, but I would say the built-in one is not that great. You can use the one that slides over the casing. It works pretty well, but we're just going to do a quick plosive test with a lot of heavy P's that kind of get a lot of air moving into the microphone there. And it just kind of, you can very, very quickly tell that it just kind of really picks them up fast, really gets noisy. The additional thing that I want to test here is without a shock filter. Anytime you knock on your desk, this microphone picks it up very easily. Tap your boom arm, any of that kind of stuff. You're going to pick up all those reverb sounds. So a boom or a shock mount is definitely very preferred for this microphone, but that's going to be standard for just about any microphone you get that's not on either a completely solid surface or inside of a shock mount of some sort. So that is my review of the Samsung Q2U microphone. I want to say that I am and am still impressed of the microphone that you get for the price point. I think at the time of review, this microphone is sitting right at $59.99, which makes it a great entry-level microphone for somebody who doesn't yet have a mixer and wants to run it in USB, but you plan to upgrade to a mixer in the future. Then you've already got your XLR microphone, so you don't need to make multiple upgrades at one time. It's kind of one of those, like if you're doing a stepped process plan to upgrade in the future, this could be a great entry-level microphone for you. Obviously, this is not going to be something that you're going to take to big events or, you're going to use for like really large production stuff, but I do think it's a great microphone for an entry-level podcaster, streamer, any of those individuals that just are getting familiar with how microphones work and what they want to achieve with their content creation efforts. Other than that, I'm going to give this microphone another shot on my streaming table, probably even work with it maybe in the next stream I do or something like that, see what the audience thinks and viewers thinks. You're more than willing to come check me out there. I do stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern to whenever chat dies out. So, and we do tech questions and a little bit of gameplay and stuff there as well. So if you're interested in that, please come check me out there. Links to all my profiles are in the description of the video. Other than that, I hope this review was worthwhile to you. I hope you guys had a great event. I hope this microphone can be something that you can decide on whether or not it works for you in the future, and maybe it's beneficial. My name is Chris, and I'm your dad next door. We'll check you next time.